Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to subscribe button. So shout out to the best subscribers in the world. I appreciate you guys. You guys let me know that Eddie Hearn called me out. But let's be clear. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. Saturday, the fight was off. Kell Brook is trying to find a way out of this fight. If you guys don't believe what I say, just follow the tea leaves, guys. It's really easy. It's so simple and so easy to figure this shit out. I shouldn't have to make a phone call on WhatsApp, so I don't have to pay for the call and find someone overseas to get the intel. But anyways, the fight was off, and let's fast forward to Monday. Kell Brook says Errol Spence is not signed up for VADA. What does that entail? Oh, you're on steroids. Not that he won't sign up for VADA, but you're on steroids. And two, Errol Spence said, you just show up and make weight. So what that told you? If you listen to my video, I told you they're going to say Kell Brook can't make the weight. He needs more time to make the weight. All right? So if you see the tea leaf, the devil is in the details. Not in what Eddie Hearn is saying, not what... Listen to me. Just as I told you guys this morning, there was a hold put on June 10th for Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather, and now it's getting buzz. If you go through your social media sites, Floyd Mayweather's bodyguard put it. I knew before Floyd Mayweather's bodyguard knew. If you followed him on Instagram, he posted it today. A few other boxing sites posted, but I told you guys first thing this morning. So, trust who you want to trust. I've only been right every damn time I've told you. The only time I've been wrong is the Manny Pacquiao fight, and that's because Conor McGregor came along. I told you guys 2 days before ESPN picked it up that Canelo will be fighting Chavez Jr. at 164.5. I even asked Gomez to his face, and he said yes. If you go through my interviews, he didn't say yes. He said we're talking, we're in discussions. And then Oscar De La Hoya says we're not talking on another site. So similar to what Oscar says, we're not talking about the fight. And I told you guys 2 days before ESPN reported, same thing with Eddie Hearn. He can call me. I appreciate it. I need more subscribers. so go figure. I appreciate it. But the fight was off. Kell Brook is logistically maneuvering, trying to find a way not to fight this guy. And that's just the reality of it. If you don't believe me, look at the tea leaves. He says, oh, VADA. Why wouldn't Errol Spence sign up for VADA? Done. I guess he said he'll sign up next week. And his response, Kell Brook, make sure you make weight. So obviously Errol Spence's response to Kell Brook was, make sure you make weight. So obviously Errol Spence is getting the same information I'm getting, because he knows that Kell Brook said he's going to need more time to get the 147. And Errol Spence heard that they're pushing it to June. They're trying to push it to June. So I feel vindicated, and that's just how I feel. So I have no ill will towards Eddie Hearn. I just know the truth. And they canceled it for May 20th. They pushed it to May 27th. And if Eddie Hearn can't get a room in his house, which is the UK market, then he doesn't want the fight to happen. Okay? If this fight doesn't happen May 27th, it's evident they didn't want the fight to happen. Because keep in mind, the UK is Eddie Hearn's house. Like Don King in the 80s, Bob Arum in the 90s, PBC in 2000. There's no venue Al Heyman cannot get in America. No venue. Let me tell you this right now. No venue. So, and there's no venue Eddie Hearn can't get in the UK. So let's not listen to that. So I'm gonna put the link to his video. Started at about the 11-minute mark. I appreciate my subscribers. I genuinely appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Because I'm sitting here just watching videos on Triple G and Daniel Jacobs, and I get the notifications, and I genuinely appreciate you guys. So I salute you guys, because I wouldn't have saw this probably till the morning or something. So I salute you guys. I thank you. And these are facts. And I have Errol Spence's number. Maybe I'll give him a call. and we'll go from there. But I'm going to interview Earl Spence at some point, and he's going to reiterate to you guys what I've told you guys. 100% he's going to say the same thing. If it's not the VADA testing, it's going to be his weight. Oh, we can't find a date. Look at the tea leaves. You guys are too quick to say you're wrong. You're wrong. No, I'm right. 100% right. Correct. I can't be wrong if I'm getting it from first-person accounts. Let's just go through a brief history. I told you Chris Arreola was fighting Deontay Wilder the very next day after the steroid scandal. I told you guys the same day Gerald Washington is fighting Deontay Wilder. I told you guys the same day. I told you 164. I told you Brandon Rios. Both dates on Brandon Rios. What else? I told you guys, I had 300 subscribers back then for it, but I told you guys Floyd Mayweather's fighting Manny Pacquiao in May, the first fight. What else? And obviously I knew Sean Porter and Berta was happening. You guys know my affiliation there. I knew that 10 days before that was even announced. What else? I knew Sean Porter, Keith Thurman was happening before you guys knew. What else? So that's it. And validation is that I planned my work schedule that I had to travel around the Sean Porter Keith Thurman fight because I was there at that fight. So these are just, I mean, the list can go on and on. Check the record. But I love this though. We got a big fight coming up this weekend, and please click the fight review. Hold Eddie Hearn's hand to the fire and make sure this fight happens so we can get an American champion again. And Brook came and literally held and stole that belt from Sean Porter. For real. They had the perfect referee, everything was set up for them to win. And but Eddie Hearn gets it, man. He is the only promoter genius enough to work side by side with Al Heyman and make millions. Let's give him credit. All right. And that's just it. Eddie Hearn is the president of the IBF. I need to do a separate video on that. See, I could get into details, but because the stories always has two hands to it, so I can't get into it deeply. So please send this video to Eddie Hearn. I know a lot, all right, with his dealings with PBC and IBF. He don't want me to get into that with him, so we'll just keep it at that. But please tweet this to Eddie Hearn and tell him I know more than what meets the eye. And we'll just keep those truths under the rug because, you know, every story has two hands. So, and if I incriminate one person or not incriminate, but if I tell a story about the other person, then you can logistically equate it to the other side of the story. But tell Eddie Hearn I know all about all that stuff, right? It's not by accident he has 2 IBF champions, right? 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 You guys get it? All right. It's not by accident he and Al Heyman work hand in hand, right? It's not by accident. Look at all the fighters Brook has beaten before he fought Triple G, right? How he was able not to fight his mandatories, right? It just happens that way. Is that by accident? Oh man, so I'm unraveling it. So tell Eddie Hearn, aka the president of the IBF, just enjoy the ride. All right. Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Please tweet this. Make sure this video gets to Eddie Hearn. Please make sure it gets to Eddie Hearn because I know what the hell's going on. All right. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.